A Democrat Party official is pleading guilty after he admitted taking bribes to stuff ballot boxes. In a video recorded statement sent to news outlets, U.S. Attorney William McSwain explained, "Our election system relies on the honesty and the integrity of its election officials. If they are corrupt, the system is corrupt, which creates opportunities for election fraud and for the counting of fake votes." Dominic DeMuro fraudulently stuffed the ballot box by literally standing in a voting booth and voting over and over as fast as he could while he thought the coast was clear. This is utterly reprehensible conduct. The charges announced today do not erase what he did, but they do ensure that he is held to account for those actions, McSwain added. President Trump shared this news earlier today on Twitter. Justice Department, Democrats paid Pennsylvania election officials to stuff ballot box. National Review article also highlights how on Wednesday, President Trump criticized Michigan for sending absentee ballot applications to millions of state residents illegally and without authorization. President Trump said, quote, "I will ask to hold up funding to Michigan if they want to go down this voter fraud path." The U.S. Attorney's Office in Philadelphia obtained a guilty plea from a Democrat Party elections judge who admitted to taking bribes to stuff ballot boxes in favor of Democrat candidates in 2014, 2015, and 2016. A new press release from the Department of Justice explains that Dominic DeMuro of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, former judge of elections for the 39th Ward, 36th Division in South Philadelphia, has been charged and has pled guilty to a two-count information charging conspiracy to deprive Philadelphia voters of their civil rights by fraudulently stuffing the ballot boxes for specific Democrat candidates in 2014, 2015, and 2016 primary elections, and a violation of the Travel Act, which forbids the use of any facility in interstate commerce, here a cell phone, with the intent to promote certain illegal activity, here bribery. During his guilty plea hearing, DeMuro admitted that an unnamed political consultant gave DeMuro directions and paid him money to illegally add votes for certain Democrat candidates. These candidates were individuals running for judicial office whose campaigns had hired the consultant, as well as other candidates for various federal, state, and local elective offices who were preferred by this consultant for a variety of reasons. The political consultant would solicit monetary payments from his clients in the form of cash or checks as consulting fees, and then use portions of these funds to pay election board officials, including DeMuro, in return for tampering with the election results. After receiving payments ranging from between $300 to $5,000 per election from the consultant, DeMuro would add fraudulent votes on the voting machine, also known as ringing up votes, for the consultant's clients and preferred candidates, thereby diluting and distorting the ballots cast by actual voters. DeMuro would add these fraudulent votes to the totals during Election Day, and then would later falsely certify that the voting machine results were accurate. Again, Philadelphia Inquirer gives this statement from U.S. Attorney William McSwain, who explains that DeMuro fraudulently stuffed the ballot box by literally standing in a voting booth and voting over and over as fast as he could while he thought the coast was clear. McSwain, they add, did not name the candidates and did not say if they won their elections. Article continues saying DeMuro admitted that a political consultant, whose name prosecutors did not reveal, paid him to add votes for Democrat candidates running for the bench and other federal, state, and local offices. The consultant, who is a former elected official, took fees from the candidates and used part of the money to pay DeMuro, a judge of elections in the 36th Division of the 39th Ward. Al Schmidt, vice chairman of the Office of Philadelphia City Commissioners, which runs elections, said his office found that DeMuro's 36th Division had a history of more votes being cast on machines than the number of voters who signed poll books. He said his office referred the division's troubling vote numbers from 2014 and 2015 to the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. Quote, "It was pretty flagrant, and it was repeated again and again. It was a source of frustration for me because it kept occurring again and again." DeMuro, who pleaded guilty in March in a sealed proceeding before U.S. District Judge Paul Diamond, faces up to 15 years in federal prison when sentenced on June 30th. In a statement, FBI Special Agent Michael Driscoll denounced DeMuro's actions, saying, quote, "Dominic DeMuro put a thumb on the scale for certain candidates in exchange for bribes." As public trust in the electoral process is vital, the FBI's message today is clear. Election interference of any kind by hostile foreign actors or dishonest local officials won't be tolerated.
Good morning. I am here to announce that the U.S. Attorney's Office has unsealed criminal charges against Dominic J. DeMuro, a former judge of elections for the 39th Ward, 36th Division in South Philadelphia. The voting machines at each polling station, including the 39th Ward, 36th Division, generate records in the form of a printed receipt documenting the use of each voting machine. The printed receipt, also known as the results receipt, shows the vote totals, among other important information. The judge of elections and the election board officials at each polling place attest to the accuracy of machine results by affixing their signatures to the last page of the results receipt. Now, I have two photographs I'm going to share at this point to give you a little bit of context about the polling place involved. First, there is a picture of the outside of the polling place, which is located adjacent to a bocce ball court, of all things. And here's that photo. And then when we go inside the polling place, we have a picture of the actual machines on an election day. So you can see relatively the size of the polling place inside. Our election system relies on the honesty and the integrity of its election officials. If they are corrupt, the system is corrupt, which creates opportunities for election fraud and, unfortunately, the counting of fake votes. Dominic DeMuro did not uphold his duties as an election official. A political consultant gave DeMuro directions and paid him money to illegally add votes for certain Democratic candidates on the primary ballots in 2014, 2015, and 2016. These candidates were individuals running for judicial office whose campaigns had hired this consultant, as well as other candidates for various federal, state, and local elective offices who were preferred by this consultant for a variety of reasons.
It's interesting that Philadelphia is one of the big areas where we're seeing a lot of corruption-related arrests recently. Been following many of these arrests here on this channel, including the arrest late last year of Movita Johnson-Harrell, the Democrat state rep who was caught stealing over $500,000 from her own charity. At that point, they highlighted the fact that just in the period of 2017 through the end of last year, over 60 public officials had been arrested by Pennsylvania's Attorney General alone. As for this latest update regarding DeMuro's guilty plea, there's one more statement from the Assistant Attorney General of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. In a statement, he said, quote, "This defendant abused his office by engaging in election fraud for profit. Today's conviction makes it clear that the Department of Justice will do all in its power to protect the integrity of elections and maintain public confidence in all levels of elected government." McSwain said the investigation is still active and ongoing. DeMuro's sentencing is scheduled for June 30th. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Another reminder, you can also find me on Twitter for more updates @RealityReader is my name over on Twitter. And once again, thank you very much everybody who has supported the channel over at Patreon or PayPal. Even a few dollars makes a huge difference, helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/realityreader or paypal.me/realityreader. You can find both links down in the video description where you can support this channel directly. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.